gonna just seeing some comments which are very nice to read, so that's nice. Okay, so why rewrite history? Okay, so these templates, and you guys know this, it's nothing new. I mean, we've been around the block, but these templates have been in the making for over 3 years. In fact, I think it's nearly pushing 4 years now, so quite a long time. I have been using them on a daily basis ever since, one champion member at the time told me, check out Outers, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll give it a look, and I was like, okay, this is good. So from then, each day for a long time, small adjustments were made up to a point where there was no more changes needed, basically, that they just work. Those templates that I've been using, they're pretty much the same. They just work, and I think you strive for consistency. We all want consistency. When you get to a point with a template, they are just consistent, they just work, why change? But however, I do recognize that many of you students struggle to navigate your way around so many templates because it can be overwhelming. And today, it marks the beginning of your new trading setup, okay? For many of you, you probably already have a few that you really love and you want to stick to them. That's really good because that's myself what I do as well. But many of you new traders, you might think, okay, well, actually, I really, really like that and I'm going to use that from now on. So let's mark the new beginning of our trading setup here today. So I have compacted all of the best and most used templates into only 6, where 3 templates can be open at all times. It's my preferred way because I want to keep an eye on, a few things coming into the market, like the data coming in. And the remaining 3 can be quickly opened and as when needed, okay? So my view is that at least on one screen, you should always have TradingView because that's where your drawings are, that you can't beat TradingView for that. They're just, wins, hands down. And then on the other terminal, you then have your trading terminal. Because, for example, if you have Bybit interface open, or Forex, or, all of these different trading platforms, and then you have Orderflow, okay, and then you have Exo, Access, TradingView, all of these things, I kid you not, when that volatility injection comes in, you are lost. And some of you will probably be like, oh, yeah, I know it, because you just don't know which template, what to look at, okay, should I look at this one? What about that one? Well, I don't have enough screen space. Oh, damn, I need to buy a new screen. And it can be quite overwhelming. So I've made it easier for you. We've made it easier here at Chart Champions for you guys to dive in and just say, okay, you know what? This is my setup. This is my working environment. This is how I operate my customers. This is how I do my business. And this is how I do my trading. So yeah, with that, let's continue. Okay, so the main templates are order flow, sessions, the classic TPO. I said it a few times because I love it. And then we have liquidity, pivots and VWAPs, CCTR for the beauty of it, trend rev, and clusters stacked imbalances with daily, weekly and monthly levels. I mean, just by looking at those names, you can already see the amount of work that's been going into all of those 15 plus templates compacted into six templates, okay, which are really, really refreshed, compacted, and perfect. The top 3 already on the website. I think maybe the order flow, someone was saying that it wasn't working for some reason, damage. But I can assume that's maybe because of the version. So make sure you're using the beta version, because I've reverted back to the beta version because the stable is obviously quite old. So they're releasing a lot of new features at it. So you might as well use the beta. They've been tested, not the full release, but yeah, be sure to use that and see if it works. If it doesn't, I can just re-upload it because it works fine on mine, and you'll be able to see it anyway in a minute. So yeah, head over to the website. They're already ready to download. And yeah, dive in. Obviously, pay attention now to the stream while I go through it. Anyway, but you've got the whole week to test, practice, and then what we'll do a quick Q&A session later as well. So if you have any questions today, and then next week we'll come back and we'll just do live analysis using those three. Okay. And then bring more questions, or even a small adjustment that you wish to see, or something added that you say, actually I would love this feature to be on that one, and we go, okay, you know what, this is teamwork, so why not? Okay, and then you can be part of the CC family by adding a feature into one of the templates. So yeah, good stuff. Okay, so order flow. So this is the layout, and it's pretty much like very similar to what we have, for example, when you look at Exo charts, okay? But what you can see here, and I think, let me see if I can use my mouse to point. Let me see if I can use a pointer here. Okay, a laser pointer. Can you all see this? If you can, good. Yeah, I think that's actually quite nice. I think, yeah, do let me know if you can see, hear me and stuff. Yeah, it should be all right. Anyway, I'll continue. So on this template, you will see something already that stands out, which is, well, maybe not quite standing out, but it's here. And this here is obviously us, Chart Champions, but also the name of the template that you are using. In this case, order flow. Again, I acknowledge that many people, when they load a template, they don't know what they're looking at. So, is this, sessions or a newer trader, or is this whatever? Until you get used to it, you don't know. So there you go. So there to help you. Okay. So here to really, really help you. And this is the view. Okay. So you've got the clusters and everything, the VWAP, okay, weekly, daily, and everything. But I'll explain that. But also a new thing that we do have here is the ability to break down these numbers. So no longer, a 6-figure down here, but yet the 4.8 million, the 5 million, the 3.1, and so on and so forth. So as you can see, really, really refreshed, looks really nice. I tried to design this one as close as I could to the visual that we have with Exo charts, for example, okay? Because I still like Exo charts, but this wins, and hands down. To be honest, for now, and that's what I use every day, daily basis. So yeah, this is what it looks like, and a quick description about everything. And feel free to post your questions, and I'll go over them later once we get through to this. Okay, so order flow used for daily order flow with previous days and previous week levels. You can add previous months, but there's no really like a great need to it, because we're like doing more scalping and day trading with this. So going back a month can be a bit overkill, but you can do so, okay? And if this is something that you really want, just let me know and I'll add the levels in there as well. On like an update, it can be just quickly added in, okay? But what do we have here on this template? We have the daily TPO and the volume profile. So volume profile on here with the daily TPO showing the letters. Okay, so value area high, value area low, point of control, VPOC, all named, and time as well, and single prints. Okay, so we have the naked point of controls, or NPOCs. They don't have to be naked. If they're not naked, they've been tested, they're still a POC, a point of control, a VPOC. So for the this one, the time, okay, down here, time point of control will be the orange. The volume will be the gray. So I've actually named this template. So you've got TPOC and VPOC. Okay, so those are the two. You then have the VWAP closes, which are really, really good at sat flips. So you've got the VWAP closes are the daily being white, okay, and the weekly being yellow. I'll show them later how they look like.